Separation or the need for space takes place because one person in the co-creation has lost their own self and they're needing to regather, which means they need space. They need time for self-reflection and digestion of their experiences. This is difficult for the person who doesn't want the co-creation to end. As one person takes space, the other person begins to panic, which is totally understandable. Yeah. However, please know when it comes to human behavior, if space is not given to the person needing space, they will push the other person further and further and further away. And you have to understand that's not because they don't love you. It's because they're in the throes of survival emotionally. Like, I am trying to survive and figure myself out emotionally. And if you don't give me that space, I'm going to need to fight for it because I feel like my sense of well-being and wholeness weighing in the balance. Again, this is not because they don't love you and care about you, but because they're fighting for their own sense of self, they're going to push you away. I know this is difficult because please know, however, the more space you give them right now, the more willing they're going to typically be to have conversations with you that are desperately needing to be had by everyone. So the more space you can give, the more you can allow the conversation to play out and be okay with that, or give just the illusion or presence that it is okay for them to be needing the space, and I'm going to do my best to honor it, even though it might be really hard for me. The more you're going to get the conversations and the answers and the time with this person that you say you want to be closer to.
Well, yes. I was just going to ask a question. What about the people like me, just going to speak on behalf of all my anxious peeps again, who want to text their partner every day, every moment of every day, and say, please tell me you still want to be with me. Please tell me you don't want a divorce. Please tell me
you miss me.
Please tell me you love me. Please tell me that this doesn't mean the end of us, which that is not what you want to do when your partner is asking for space, because that's the direct opposite of space. But how do you get through those feelings without messing everything up?
Well, there's, first of all, I hope the understanding of what's playing out helps. Right?
Yes,
that
yes.
You recognize and realize this isn't really about you. This is about your partner struggling. Mm-hmm. And yes, you're right. They are blowing you out of the water because they haven't disclosed a lot of things, quite frankly, they've been trying to handle on their own for the benefit of you and the relationship.
Yeah.
And now that you know, and they've brought you into the conversation, I understand the thinking and the logic that if you can just reassure me that I'm going to be okay, right? There's a panic that sets in and you're trying to offset the panic by saying, please reassure me. That's literally what you're saying. Please reassure me, okay, that you're going to come back, that this is going to be okay. But here's the deal. In this moment, right, I just want you to imagine if somebody was jumping out of an airplane, right, and that without a chute, and they had no idea how this was going to go, and they're trying to figure it out for themselves, you're asking them for assurance that they don't have. Like, I don't know if we're going to be okay. I don't know if we're going to make it. I'm panicking myself. I just don't show it the way you are in trying to decide what this is going to mean. So you're asking me questions literally I don't have answers to. Like, we're both in a process of free fall now. And I need reassurance just as much as you do, but I'm not in a place I can give it. I'm panicking to kind of try and figure myself out.
Yeah, but that's I'm just letting you know that is really painful for a person who's panicked to hear you say that both people are panicking. So what can we do to reassure a little bit?
Yeah. Well, I love that because it's important for you to realize that as much as you're panicking, everybody's panicking. Typically, everyone is hurting, even the person who's asking for space.